Hi, I'm Lisa. I am the Ukulele Fool, and I'm here in beautiful Ivory Jackson, Fairbanks, Alaska, well actually Goldstream, Alaska, and I am here with Russ Copeland, known as Ukulele Russ. And is this town big enough for 2 ukulele players?
No, absolutely not. That's why I moved here. What are you doing here? Will you leave? Wait a minute, you were here first.
But I wasn't a ukulele player first.
Okay.
So, anyway, well, good thing that my focus is on education. So, if you've been following my channel, this is part of a superhero series, and this man was very inspiring to me. There's a funny story about it because I could hear him performing at the fairgrounds, but I couldn't ever see him performing because I was working so hard. So I had to catch him on YouTube, which, by the way, you can hit the subscribe button and like this video, and you go over to his site. I'll also put his YouTube channel down there too, and subscribe to that and hit the like button. He's got some great videos there. So, Ukulele Rust, you have a superpower that inspired me. You want to tell us about it?
Maybe infamy is my superpower. I like to, from a young musical age, I always wanted to see what I could get away with. And so I've tempered that over the years because I found where the line was. And when you lose work, you realize that, well, I've never learned anything from a success. And so I like to use humor, and I found there's certain no-go zones, I guess, that I'm sure I'll find out where there's more. But I use a lot of humor, and if I know it's an adult crowd, it's a different show than the family crowd. I do a lot of family shows. So there's that. But my passion is to be infamous. I'm the dirty underbelly of the ukulele scene.
Yeah, so when he has Mustache Sally, and that was very funny, very inspiring. So that has led me down a path to some of my little Offcolor songs too.
I do a lot of writing and stuff as well as parodies, and I for the last year I did an online broadcast where people can get in the chat room and tell me what to sing songs about, and I'll just make it up. We want a reggae song about pancakes. I will deliver it because pancakes are awesome.
Yeah, and the tradition of, like, in Trinidad, they have big improv competitions where people, they get a topic and they have to make up a song about it.
There you go.
Yeah. Or whose line is it anyway?
It's like, it's improv. And I do a lot of that on stage. I'll drag people on stage with me, interview them. Oh, what's your name? Brenda, what do you do for work? Oh, you're a cashier. We'll sit down, Brenda. Well, then I'll be like, well, where's your favorite place to vacation? And then I'll make a song out of that.
Awesome.
About Brenda wants to quit her job as a cashier and move to X permanently and do Y for the rest of her life.
Very good.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And that's, well,
I don't like writing, then I don't have to prepare any material.
Right.
Just show up and just be there and just make it on the spot. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's the way to do it.
Right. So, Ukulele Rust. So why the ukulele?
Well, I answered this earlier to you, and I'll say the same answer again, is why not? And
Right.
the second reason is because I had $30 and I was 20 years old and I was walking through town. I was in college. I was going to my buddy's place. He was 21 to buy me beer. And I made the mistake of walking by the music store and they had a $30 ukulele. And I bought it. Look at me now. Goldstream Valley. Wish I had that beer.
So, yeah. So why not? Exactly. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's the same math and it's the same notes. You can do anything on it. You can do thrasher metal music, or you can play jazz, or you can do whatever. It's just, you gotta think differently. And I think with ukuleles, it's how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go? Because you can do a lot of stuff guitar does. Yeah, they have 6 strings, and a lot of times they can give you full chords, but I think it's really fun to give you chords where I'm inferring that there's notes there, but I'm not playing them. Because I only have 4 notes, and I'm getting everything else into the chord except that root note. So it's a rootless chord, like a Peter Moss, a good friend of mine. The best example I can think of was a 13 chord. It's just C13. That's C13. There's no C in either one of those chords, but you can hear it. And
Your mind just takes you there.
It says that it's there. Everything else is there, so why not? And that's cool when you're playing with other people or I'm using my loopers because I can play that note that I'm inferring on another instrument. and then it comes in there, like with the bass. The bass can be playing that root note, and then I can be playing all the other notes of the chord with the ukulele. So it's really, it's interesting. It's how far you want to go. And you can do chords and melodies and play songs like you can on guitar, on ukulele. Same math, all the shapes are the same. So if you play a pretty mean ukulele, you should play pretty mean 4 high strings on a guitar. You'll be in a different key unless you put a capo on the 5th fret, but
yeah, right.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm day drinking right now. Not really. This is my second beer. It's not like there's going to be any night. I can't wait for night.
That's right. This is midnight sun weekend here. The sun just is not going down.
Longest days of the year. Right now there's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We've had, I think there's 76 days of perpetual not full darkness.
Right.
And now we're getting to like 22 and a half hours, right, of light, sun above the horizon.
Sunset, I think, is at 12:47, except for the sun isn't really, there's dusk between when it comes up at sometime before 3 in the morning. Yeah, so.
It's amazing.
Welcome to Alaska.
And that's why I tour in the winter. Well, I tour full time, but I stay here in Alaska and northern Canada during the May through moose season.
So do you have a Facebook presence or something like that so people want to catch you?
I just cracked 10,000 likes.
Very good. So I'll put a link to that down below.
I didn't have to pay anything.
Cool.
People kind of like me.
They do.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've been really kind of inactive lately because I've been so busy playing gigs, and I'm just, corporate. My wife, I usually don't call her my wife, I call her corporate. Corporate's got a lot of jobs for me to do. So I just got done sheetrocking a bedroom and flooring it and putting a door in tonight, and then in-laws are coming.
So you have a life outside of your ukulele.
Oh, I have the ukulele ranch that I'm building. I have an amphitheater that I'm building out on Murphy Dome.
Oh, excellent.
That should seat like 150 people when it's done.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I want to do concerts every August.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Corporate says I can't put any money into it until the house is finished. But it's half done. It's there.
My camera person is probably going, yeah, we've heard that before.
Yeah. I'll just have to wait till she goes on vacation. Do a whole bunch of stuff she can't take back.
Very good.
And then take the heat for it. Married men know what I'm talking about. Just take the heat.
Well, I have absolute beginners that I deal with. And I've got over 20 right now in face-to-face classes. What would you recommend for my absolute beginners?
I don't teach beginner classes anymore because I just really like doing the intermediate and advanced stuff. But the thing is that separates, I think, beginner players from intermediate players is movable chord shapes. And all the chords that you know here are the same everywhere else. I mean, you bought all this fretboard, but nobody uses this much of it. Not nobody, but I mean like 95% of people, they're here, and they paid for all this, and they're only using this. I mean, there's a lot of notes, and to know that these chords, like C, this is a C shape, go everywhere, or F, you just have to use a bar.
Right.
Your index finger becomes the nut, basically. That's an F shape in front of my bar, so that's F sharp, G sharp. They all work. All the 7s chords work that way. C7, C sharp 7, D7.
So get really comfortable with bar chords so that you can move up the neck.
I mean, that's the thing, because then you can start playing chords and melodies at the same time, and you're not restricted to 3 or 4 frets and being able to do chord melody. I mean, doing stuff like... Those are all major minor chords. Thumbs are cool too. Use your thumb.
All right, well, thanks for performing for us. And now what I've got for people, in case you're curious, is we're going to do, because we're both Alaskan here, and living in the interior of Alaska is different than living in other places. So we're just going to do like an exchange about a dozen comments about are you as Alaskan as I am?
You're going to win. You've been here longer.
Well, maybe. So
I'm a transplant.
So, Russ, have you lived in a dry cabin?
9.5 years I did in a dry cabin.
I've
That
lived-
means, most people outside don't know what that means.
That means no running water.
I have an outhouse still.
I do too,
Actually,
still.
no, not 9.5 years. I'm still doing it. So that was in the cabin. I did it for 9.5 years. Now in my house for 2 years. So I'm over a decade with the outhouse and hauling. So I have running water. It's the kind you run and go get and put in water jugs and bring it
Yeah.
to place.
Well, we can turn on the faucets now, but we don't. We still use an outhouse.
Really?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Have you eaten caribou?
I've hunted caribou. Yes. So
Yeah.
I have some caribou in my freezer right now.
Yeah.
So,
Moose?
Yeah, I've gotten a moose the last 8 years in a row.
Gone salmon fishing?
I just got back from salmon fishing. I got 8 sockeyes over the last weekend.
Seen the Northern Lights?
Yeah, from my outhouse many times. It's gotten to the point my wife comes in corporate and goes, "Hey, the lights are really nice outside right now. You should go outside." And I go, "Yeah, whatever. I'll have to crap later. I'll check them out then." And it's really, I've seen them so much now. But I still find myself, it's really good, pulling my car over if I'm driving and just parking on the side of the road and staring at them for a while. Because otherwise you're going to be like, hands on the steering wheel, leaning over the steering wheel, looking up, going, wow, and then veer off the road. Yeah, so I pull over and I'll enjoy them for a couple of minutes. Yeah.
So, got a question for me about how Alaskan I am?
Oh, how Alaskan you are? Yeah, did you live on a homestead?
No, but I did own 40 acres off Cache Creek Road for a while.
Oh, well, that's right. That's literally a hike from my place. I could walk there.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So-
That's 2 miles. Let's see. Alaskan you are. Have you ever skinned a moose? Have you gutted one?
I have gutted one, but I haven't skinned it.
Okay, that works. Have you gone bear hunting? Have you done any bear stuff?
I have not done bear stuff, other than seeing one and going like, and I'm back to the cabin.
Have you seen one here in Fairbanks at your house? growing
No.
up? Okay, see, I haven't either yet. And I've had sign. I remember
I've had bear sign.
my wife and I left for a weekend to go to I was playing gigs in McCarthy. And I came back and then like there was a big pile of black bear scat like right in the middle of my driveway. I'm like, oh well, did we leave any trash out? She's like, I don't think so. I'm like, okay, because you always have to constantly be worried about.
Right.
I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm the last one on the grid. I paid for that.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean-
and my neighbor has seen bear.
Yep, they've
Yeah.
been through. And the neighbors have told me, and they've seen it. But I've had wolf. Have you had a wolf at your place?
No.
Oh man, I've had 2 in my yard. 3. Third one kind of skirted the area. But yeah, so 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, and I'm going to grab this over here.
Oh yeah.
Folks, is this too cute or what? Should
South Australian Ukulele Trading Company.
I need to
Carr
get
gave
one
me
of
that from South Australia in Adelaide. I tour over there, and
So,
he saved that for me.
reindeer tuner?
Thank you, China.
Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you've hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks to all of you that support me on both YouTube and Patreon, and we'll catch you in the next interview.